7 types of observational studies. What is observational study? Observational studies are methods of research where individuals or groups investigate something without manipulating it. Although commonly focused on observing people or animals, these studies may also include natural occurrences like weather patterns or volcanic activity. Researchers analyze various factors related to their chosen subject, such as traits or behaviors. Choosing observational studies means refraining from trying to manipulate or influence the observed factors. Observational studies are beneficial for professionals like statisticians, scientists, psychologists, and business analysts to comprehend natural behaviors or phenomena. Different types of observational studies provide unique advantages for individuals or organizations engaged in research. If your work involves research, you may encounter various types of observational studies and require an understanding of their functioning. Examples of observational studies: studying human interactions with specific products or services, observing animals in their natural habitats, analyzing human use of technology, monitoring natural disasters like tornadoes or hurricanes, studying animals at zoo or wildlife reserves, analyzing human groups based on characteristics such as gender or nationality, conducting medical screenings for conditions like cancer, observing astronomical phenomena like stars and planets, tracking erosion or natural land movements, observing human behavior in various settings like coffee shops or religious gatherings. Let's now look at the 7 types of observational studies: cross-sectional studies, longitudinal studies, case control studies, naturalistic observation, participant observation, cohort studies, structured observation. Let's study them in detail. Number 1. Cross-sectional studies. Cross-sectional studies occur when researchers observe a subject at a specific moment, making data collection simpler as it's a one-time event. For example, a scientist conducting a cross-sectional study might analyze how often individuals in a particular age group develop a specific disease. Number 2. Longitudinal studies. Longitudinal studies are a research method where researchers observe the same variables or factors over extended periods, ranging from short intervals like hours to longer durations like months or years. This approach allows for the examination of changes and developments over time. For example, in developmental psychology, longitudinal studies track the growth and changes in babies and children over years to understand developmental patterns. Similarly, in business and marketing, longitudinal studies are valuable for tracking trends and changes in public awarenesses, attitudes, and behaviors towards products or services over extended periods. This comprehensive view helps businesses make informed decisions based on long-term data trends. Number 3. Case control studies. Case control studies compare multiple participants or phenomenon groups, with one being the control and others as treatment groups. The key difference lies in the factor under scrutiny. Comparing these groups ensures the study's validity. For example, to investigate caffeine's impact on sleep, the treatment group would consist of regular caffeine consumers, while the control group would match in demographics but not consume caffeine regularly, allowing researchers to analyze sleep patterns. Number 4. Naturalistic observation. It involves studying behaviors in their natural settings without artificial interference. Picture a zoologist observing animals in the wild or a psychologist studying children's play in a playground. In naturalistic observation, researchers immerse themselves in the environment to minimize the impact of their presence on the behaviors being studied. This approach allows for a deeper understanding of how behaviors naturally unfold and interact with their surroundings. Number 5. Participant observation. A research method where researchers actively engage in studying behaviors within their natural context. In participant observation, they immerse themselves in the setting and often take on roles similar to those they are studying. This method is chosen when certain data can only be obtained by participating in the activities being observed. For example, a scientist interested in understanding behaviors within a rehabilitation facility might enroll as a patient to gain first-hand insights into patient experiences and interactions. Similarly, business analysts might use participant observation to assess how the public uses or perceives a specific product or service, immersing themselves in the consumer environment to gather authentic data and perspectives. Number 6. Cohort studies. Research methods that focus on groups of individuals who share a common characteristic such as age, location, or behavior. Imagine a group of people born in the same year in a specific town. Researchers would follow this cohort over time, observing how different factors like lifestyle choices or environmental influences impact their health or behaviors. By studying the cohort's experiences and changes over time, researchers can draw conclusions about the effects of specific variables on outcomes. Number 7. Structured observation. In structured observation, researchers do not study participants in their natural settings but rather in controlled or constructed environments. These environments can include laboratories, clinics, or research facilities, or even natural settings that researchers have altered for the study. For example, imagine business market analysts conducting structured observations in an office setting. They might create scenarios where participants are given specific tasks or products to use, observing their reactions and behaviors in a controlled environment. This method allows for perceived control over variables and conditions, making it valuable for studying specific interactions or behaviors under controlled circumstances. Advantages of observational studies. Observational studies offer insights into complex topics efficiently and cost-effectively. Conducting observational studies is often straightforward, involving observation of natural behaviors or using existing data. They enable research on subjects where randomization is not feasible due to safety or ethical concerns. They provide valuable preliminary data for designing larger clinical trials or environmental studies. Disadvantages of observational studies. Their results are not conclusive or generalizable, serving mainly as a bias for further investigation. Observer bias and confounding variables are common risks in observational studies, compromising their reliability. Observational studies cannot determine the safety or effectiveness of interventions, offering less definitive outcomes compared to other research methods. Thank you for watching this video.